Do you remember how as a kid on Christmas Eve, you'd be so excited to wake up the next morning that you could hardly fucking sleep, right? That excitement running through your entire body. Imagine you could have that exact same feeling, but to work on your goals. That you're so excited, so motivated to work that you can't sleep. Imagine how that would change your life. Imagine how your progress would change. Imagine how much action you would be able to take on a daily basis if you were literally so motivated and so excited to work on your goals that you could hardly fucking sleep. That's exactly what I'm going to teach you in this video, because I've had this for a while and I want to teach you exactly how to do it. So I'm going to tell you the 3 things that you need to do in order to be so motivated that you literally have trouble sleeping, bro. So let's get right into it. But before I explain to you the 3 things that you need to do in order to be so motivated you can't sleep, I want to give you the general idea, the real thing that we're doing, the bigger thing that we're doing. And that is surrounding yourself with your goals. It's aligning everything in your life for your goals. And not just that, but almost kind of brainwashing you to think about your goals 24/7. Now, what this does is the law of attraction works where more of your thoughts are aligned with your goals and the results will flow. More positive thoughts will come back to you. And ultimately, more progress will come back to you. More results will come back to you. And that's ultimately what we're looking to do, right? We're looking to get more results. Realistically, all we want to do is find a way to get to our goals quicker. And that's exactly what this video is going to help you with. So the first thing you need to start doing is priming your environment. So environment is extremely important, and for most of you guys, probably overlooked. You focus on the work you put in, which is still great, but your environment is a huge aspect of how much action you're actually going to be taking. Actually, a good example for that is they did a study on drug addicts, right? And they go to their rehab and they manage to, stay away. They manage to stay away from drugs for a good time, and they actually feel good on the rehab. But the moment they come back home, their environment is the environment that they were used to when they were on drugs. And so they come back home and all these triggers, all these things in their brain was like, they just fell back into those old habits. And so if your environment stays the same, but you want to change and you're trying to get on a different frequency, on a different level, but your environment is the same, it's like the crab in a bucket trying to pull you down, right? So as you're trying to make more progress and as you're trying to change yourself as a person, so should your environment. It should change with you. So I'll give you a good thing that you can start doing, which I have found to love. Absolutely. I'm going to put up a video right now of my wall in front of my desk, right? And now in my bedroom as well, I've literally got pieces of paper written, "Be the Achiever" on it, written, "Dreams don't work unless you do" on it. So you see here on my desk, it says "Uncommon amongst uncommon." It says these pictures, these like a vision board kind of style. So many things that are aligned with my goals. And I'm surrounded by this all day. I'm surrounded by this shit all day, and I'm reading this all day, and I'm reading it over and over and over again. I'm seeing it as soon as I wake up. I'm seeing it when I go to bed. I'm seeing it when I come home from the gym. And it's setting a new identity in my brain. It's setting, getting rid of the old triggers that you have in your brain. It's redefining where you are and who you are. Now, your environment is it might sound super simple, but it's really going to do a lot for you when you're just surrounded more by your goals. So make sure to do this where you write a couple things on a piece of paper, or you write a couple of your favorite inspirational quotes, or you can even print out a picture that you really, really like and that really motivates you. And I just want you to stick that around a place where you're at a lot. So whether that's, the place where you work, maybe you got this little workspace in your house, or even your bedroom. You could stick things above your bed, anywhere that you often are. And when you do that, you change up your environment, and this way you just align your environment a lot more with your goals. Now, number 2 is going to be content. Yes, content. Watching social media videos. Now, I know oftentimes in the self-improvement space, people just say, get off of social media, stay away from content, dopamine detox, this and that. And I completely agree. But you can use, and no one really talks about this, but you can use content to catapult you forward. You can use content to slingshot you to another level of motivation. And I've used this, and I post this on my Instagram all the time, and I teach the guys on my Instagram about this all the time. But it's watching content that aligns with the mindset you want to have. Watching content that motivates you. Watching content that is guys doing exactly what you're trying to do. I'll explain this to you with another example. And when I started getting into the gym a couple years back, probably 4 years ago, I did this subconsciously, but I started watching like literally only fitness influencers. That was the only thing I watched. And so imagine this, right? I was hitting my workouts, and in the time I was chilling, I would watch more gym influencers. And even on TikTok, even on Instagram, even on YouTube, it would just be straight gym content. Now this almost brainwashed me in a way where it was the only thing I was thinking about. And so if you go back to that law of attraction, like attracts like. The more you think about your goals, the more they will get attracted back to you. And so that was actually the period where I got most obsessed with the gym, when I got most just fully zoned in and focused on the gym, and I actually started seeing so many great results, insane results, and so results that people around me couldn't even think of seeing. I benched 100 kg at 14 years old because of this. Literally, the video's up on my Instagram if you scroll all the way back down. 225 at 14 is what I did because I used this tip, because I was only watching, it was the only thing I did. And I'm not saying your goals have to become your entire personality. That's kind of what I did a little bit, but you don't have to do that at all. You don't. But what I'm saying is when you watch content on your goals, watching guys that have already achieved what you want to do, watching guys that are working on achieving what you want to do, watching guys that are building up their mindset, watching videos like these of me, who's trying to help you with your mindset and trying to give you new insights on how to be better. Even watching something I do for a long time was when I would cook up my eggs, cook up my breakfast right there, I'd put on a David Goggins podcast, and that's also content, right? And I just listen to that. You need more minutes of good quality content consumed. So look for moments to do this, because when you watch brain rot content, you're going to become brain dead and brain rot, right? But when you watch high level, high quality content, you're going to adopt that mindset. You're going to adopt what these guys do. You're going to set new standards in your brain. And so all of a sudden, working out 5 times a week sounds normal. All these guys do it. And all of a sudden, training to failure, doing a bunch of really heavy exercises all the time seems fucking great. Like every time you watch the video, you want to get into the gym. Every time that you consume this content, all you want to do is do what they're doing. You're rewiring your brain. You're setting new standards. You're setting new examples. You're setting a new identity in your brain. And that's really what content can do. So instead of demonizing content, I'm not telling you to start watching fucking Instagram Reels and TikTok 8 hours a day. What I'm telling you is that when you do watch content, make sure it is good quality, high quality content that's actually benefiting your mind. Because ultimately it's all up here. It's all up here. So make sure you watch content that reinforces what you need to be doing. It's fun stuff. Literally watch my daily lives. Watch these gym influencers. Watch other fucking self-improvement creators. It's great. It's fun. It's inspiring. So make sure to do that. Number 3 is going to be action. I'm going to be real honest with you guys. At the end of the day, your input equals your output. If you don't put shit in, you're not going to get shit out. So guess what? The more you work, the more results are going to come your way. And that's going to be fucking motivating. Because guess what? I want you to take a guess, right? What's the number one biggest motivator? What's the biggest motivator? Think about it real quick. It's results. It's results. Imagine right before you go to bed, you brush your teeth, you're brushing your teeth, right? You're looking in the mirror right in front of you. You're seeing changes. Oh shit. You're seeing lines that you've never seen before. Your muscles are growing, you're getting leaner at the same time, bro. Your work is paying off. Guess how motivating that's gonna be. Guess how you're gonna lie in bed now And what you're gonna think, oh shit, I need to wake up tomorrow. I need to fucking work. I need to get back out. It's working. It's working. Results are the number one biggest motivator. Because results reinforce that what you've been doing, the work you've been putting in, has been good work, that it's paying off. That's the number one motivator. So ultimately, if you want to wake up, or if you want to be so motivated you can't sleep, you have to prime your environment to make sure you're surrounded by your goals and that you change up. This is the most important, that you change up the space you're in. Otherwise, you're going to fall back into the old habits that you had. Number two is going to be brainwashing yourself through content. Surrounding yourself with content of like-minded guys, of guys that are achieving what you want to achieve, of guys that have achieved what you want to achieve and that have a strong mindset. And number three is going to be increasing your action. Action, action, action. Now, number 1 and 2 are going to help you with number 3, putting in more work. But ultimately, sometimes you're not going to feel like it, but you need to get the ball rolling in order to feel more motivated. The hardest part is when you're a train that's standing still and you need to build up more power and speed. It takes so much power in order to get it going, but once it's going, it's going. And it doesn't even take much power to keep it going. So, environment, content, and action. Write it down. Keep it in your fucking brain, because these 3 things can absolutely change the course of your life in the next 7 days forever. Literally. They can, if you lock in on your environment, you consume more content on your goals, and you take more action in the next 7 days, I guarantee you will be so much more motivated in 7 days than you are now. You will be. You just will be. Take my word for it. So, if you want any personal advice from me, if you have any questions about this or anything, just make sure to DM me on Instagram. I'll put the link in the description. My DMs are always open. I personally answer them myself, so you can always hit me up with a DM and I'll give you the best advice that I can. I'll send you like a voice note or something. Yeah, bro, that's literally it. Make sure to subscribe, drop a like, and comment something to let me know you saw the video and to show your appreciation or questions or tips or whatever. Dreams don't work unless you do, so fucking work for it. Let's get it. Make sure to prime your environment, your content, and your action, because you're gonna be a fucking this come up is gonna be great, bro. This winter arc, we're entering the new winter, and it's gonna be the best fucking time of your life. You're never gonna make more progress if you apply these 3 things and the other shit I talk about on my channel. So once again, dreams don't work unless you do, so fucking work for it. Let's go.